It's the Zach Sang Show. Zach Sang Show.
Were you guys annoyed at all when One Direction came around and got so successful? Because I was typing you guys in, and it was like One Direction, One Direction. I was like, "Where's One Republic? They are nowhere to be found."
I was a little annoyed, and I met those dudes. I got to know some of them somewhat decent. I got to know Harry fairly well, and still see him, reasonably often.
He's making music?
Yeah, he's making music. I don't know what for. I know he's acting right now.
He just signed an $80 million Columbia Records deal.
Oh, there you go.
That's
boom.
A lot of money to pay back.
That's a lot of money, yeah. Well, those numbers are always...
fudged?
Always completely inaccurate as to what actually happens. Yeah. Like an $80 million deal, even something like that, the way the money breaks down, the way the terms break down...
He never gets it.
Yeah, well, it's not that he never gets it. It's that money could literally include the entire marketing budget, could include tour support for all you know. If it's a 360 deal, could include staff. It literally, out of $80 million, an artist could legitimately end up with 8.
Yeah.
It could end up with 8.
It's like running a business.
10%. Yeah, that's just the way it works. Those numbers are always misleading. And then you have commissions and attorneys and business managers, etc. But regardless, yeah, he's a really good dude. I met those guys right after they formed in Westwood. I remember I was at the W. I got brought in. We had just done we were making our second album. I had Apologized, Bleeding Love, and right at that time, I had a Beyonce record and a Kelly. I had a bunch of records coming out at the same time, and I went to the meeting in Westwood and met those guys, and they they all had copies of the first album and were a fan. They knew like the deep cuts. That's so awesome. I didn't assume that they got their inspiration or their name at all from us. But I will say that yes, it was, I'd be lying if I didn't say it was annoying. Only because when you've been a band as long as we have and have had, we're not the biggest band on earth, but we've done okay. And you go into meetings, DJs, not all the time, but fairly often would have a Freudian slip because they had just interviewed One Direction. So we got Ryan Tedder from One Direction coming in 5 minutes. I'm like, you gotta be, come on, dude.
That's what's wrong with it. That's what's wrong with radio, though.
I know, it's so just like, and you can hear the sheets going, holy cow. So it looks like in 1997, you're reading the Wikipedia stats. I get it. It's a revolving door, but, it's not cool. I couldn't help but cringe. The times, and it's not because I'm like, oh, they suck. It's like, no, we have been around longer. First. And we own the word one in perpetuity. But the reality is, we were called Republic for like 3 years. Like when we started, it's just like a garage band, and we were playing around, kicking around LA. We were Republic the whole time. Even I mean, up until we were signed, like,
weren't you Beautiful Mess before that though?
No, there was a band in high school that Zach and Zach's in the band now. We formed a band that lasted all of 2 months. We formed it to play in a talent show.
Cool.
Like that's literally, and I was the drummer. So like that somehow the most random shit ends up on Wikipedia, and I can't take it down. Like,
you're editing your own Wikipedia page.
I've tried it probably half a dozen times. I've given up. I haven't been on my page or our One Republic page in probably 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Because they have the timeline of everything wrong. So anyone out there listening who is messing with our Wikipedia, please stop. The timeline of when events happened, of when we started as a band, like someone was like, so you've been I did an interview last week, and the DJ was like, you guys have been a band for 13 years. That's incredible. And I was like, no, we've been a band for 9 years. He's like, 13. I was like, no, 9. Thank you very much. Well, it says here, I'm like,
one
no.
One of the pages says that, I think.
I know, it says that, and I was like, well, you need to correct your Wikipedia. I was like, I've tried. It also says I'm 5'9".
Is it lying?
So
or?
Well, you didn't really see me walking, but I'm 6 feet. I've been 6 feet since I was a senior in high school, and it's like 5'9". And then, when you're a guy,
that's a big deal.
That's a big deal. Yeah. It sucks. Don't shave 3 inches off my height. That's not fair. I'll take 3 inches off of you.
I can't afford that.
And I won't say where.
Yeah.